So today's objective is to factor a sum of two cubes. We have x cubed plus a cubed. Your signs are going to be just a little different than yesterday, but other than that, it's the same concept. So you take the cubed root of this one, which is just x, keep the plus, and the cubed root of a cubed is a. Then you square the first number, so x squared. This number becomes a minus. Then you take a times x, you get ax, and then now you square the last number, so it'll be plus a squared. We have x cubed plus 8. Take the cubed root of the first number. The cubed root of x cubed is x. Keep the plus. The cubed root of 8 is 2. Now we take the square of this number, which is x squared, minus this number times this number, which is 2x, and then we square the last number, which is 4. So we should have x plus 2 times the quantity of x squared minus 2x plus 4. We have x cubed plus 64. So the cubed root of x cubed is what? X. Since it's plus, our first sign is plus. What's the cubed root of 64? 4. So the first term in the next quantity is this number squared, so it's x squared. We keep a minus. This number times this number, so what's 4 times x? 4x. Good. And then we square the last number, so it'll be plus 16. So your final answer should be x plus 4 times the quantity of x squared minus 4x plus 16. We have x cubed plus 27. So we take the cubed root of x, which is, or the cubed root of x cubed, sorry, is x, plus the cubed root of 27, which is 3. Now we square the first number, so it'd be x squared. This sign is minus always. Then we take this number times this number, which is 3x. And then we add the square of the last number, which is 9. So your final answer should be x plus 3 times the quantity of x squared minus 3x plus 9. We have 8x cubed plus 27. The only reason these are different is because the first coefficient is not 1. So we take the cubed root of 8x cubed, which is 2x, plus the cubed root of 27, which is 3. Now we square this, so we get 4x squared minus this number times this number. So 3 times 2 is 6, and we keep the x. And now we take the last number squared. So 3 squared is 9. So your final answer would be 4x squared minus 6x plus 9 times the quantity of 2x plus 3. So we have 27x cubed plus 216. The cubed root of 27x cubed is 3x plus the cubed root of 216 is 6. Square the first number, 9x squared, minus this number times this number. 3 times 6 is 18, and we keep the x. Then add that number squared. 6 squared is 36. So your final answer should be the quantity of 3x plus 6 times the quantity of 9x squared minus 18x plus 36. So we have x cubed plus 125. Again, we take the cubed root of both of those. That's x for x cubed, and 5 for 125, so x plus 5. Now we square the first term. It's x squared minus the two numbers multiplied together, which is 5x. Then we add the last number squared, which is 25. So it should have been x plus 5 times the quantity of x squared minus 5x plus 25. 64x cubed plus 27y cubed. So the first part is the cubed root of 64x cubed, which is 4x, plus 27y cubed is 3y. Square the first part, so we get 16x squared minus this number times this number, which is 12xy, plus square this number, which is 9y squared. So your final answer should be 4x plus 3y times the quantity of 16x squared minus 12xy plus 9y squared.